Hi.
Okay, so I'm gonna just give you some actions to do. And just do the first thing that comes to mind. Show me what it looks like to run like a girl.
My hair. Oh my God.
Show me what it looks like to fight like a girl. Now throw like a girl.
Aw.
My name is Dakota, and I'm 10 years old.
Show me what it looks like to run like a girl. Throw like a girl. Fight like a girl. What does it mean to you when I say run like a girl?
It means run fast as you can.
So do you think you just insulted your sister?
No. I mean, yeah, insulted girls, but not my sister.
Is like a girl a good thing?
Actually, I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. It sounds like a bad thing. It sounds like you're trying to humiliate someone.
So when they're in that vulnerable time between 10 and 12, how do you think it affects them when somebody uses like a girl as an insult?
I think it definitely drops their self-confidence and really puts them down, because during that time they're already trying to figure themselves out, and when somebody says you hit like a girl, it's like, well, what does that mean? Because they think they're a strong person. It's kind of like telling them that they're weak and they're not as good as them.
And what advice do you have to young girls who are told they run like a girl, kick like a girl, hit like a girl, swing like a girl?
Keep doing it, because it's working. If somebody else says that running like a girl or kicking like a girl or shooting like a girl is something that you shouldn't be doing, that's their problem. Because if you're still scoring and you're still getting to the ball on time and you're still being first, you're doing it right. Doesn't matter what they say. I mean, yes, I kick like a girl and I swim like a girl and I walk like a girl and I wake up in the morning like a girl because I am a girl. And that is not something that I should be ashamed of. So I'm gonna do it anyway. That's what they should do.
If I asked you to run like a girl now, would you do it differently?
I would run like myself.
Would you like a chance to redo it?
Yeah.
Why can't run like a girl also mean win the race?
Men in the past haven't always treated me with respect. Being a woman, they feel as though they should be the only dominant ones in aviation. So everyone has a purpose in life, and I really feel as though God has chosen me to be the best pilot I can be. My name is Vanessa Lynn Robles. I am 21 years old. I'm an aspiring pilot and working for a private charter company called Advanced Air. I came to California by my grandmother. She raised me here, pretty much in Long Beach and Carson.
She never shied away from a challenge. She's just unbelievable. You know, who would have thought a little girl from Carson is going to be flying a plane?
So I got this call and I'm like, calm down, relax, what's going on? She was like, I just went up and flew and I want to make that my major. And I was like, fine, do that, go to your counselors, do this. And she did, and that was all she wrote. Very proud of her. I don't want to cry, but very proud of her.
It took him 13 years to really get his life back together, but he did it for me. Now he's like my best friend.
Raised her since she was 3 months old because her mother wasn't in her life. She had a lot of personal things.
That used to affect me a lot when I was younger. I used to think like I wasn't good enough to have a mom, but I had my grandmother and that was more than enough. She was an ambitious woman. She was the mayor of Carson. She's the definition of girl power. And she always wanted to make change and make things right and stand out, and I've always wanted to stand out. I don't know, I feel like I'm not your typical girl. I'm flying planes, I'm surrounded by guys. I either want to be a NASCAR driver or I want to be a pilot. I don't want that 9-to-5 job.
I flew with her 3 times when she was still a student. I got my iPad and I'm going, and there's a line in the middle of the road, and then it disappeared. Oh my God, we're off the ground. So that's what happened. So then I filmed. That was my first, and it was very exciting.
My first solo was pretty crazy. It felt like a normal day for me and my instructor going up in the pattern. She gets out the airplane, she was like, don't power off. Today's gonna be your first solo, go ahead and do what we just did. I was excited, I was like, this is my first chance to prove myself. I did a great job and everybody on the sidelines were cheering for me when I came back. And that was probably one of the best days of my life. As a female in a male-dominated industry, that could lead to a lot of obstacles within itself. There was a pilot having a hard time learning something. I told him exactly what he needed to know, and his friend was just like, why didn't you ask her for help? And he just flat out said, well, she's a girl, I wouldn't expect her to know anything about flying. From then on, I wasn't gonna let any man tell me that I couldn't do what I want to do just because it's male-dominated. But they're not all like that, especially one individual, my current flight instructor, Doug. He has never made me feel like just because I'm a girl I can't do it. He's seen nothing but greatness in me and I see the same in him.
On our first flight, it was getting her acquainted with LA airspace. And usually takes an average pilot a couple flight lessons to get used to how to fly in the LA airspace, where it's at, and she did it perfectly. She knew where all the airspace was, knew how to talk on the radio, what would have taken an average student maybe 3 or 4 lessons to get. Because of her dedication, she got it done in 1. Vanessa can definitely be a role model. She's representing the ideal professional pilot.
In the end, ultimately, I do want to be a captain of an Air Canada Dreamliner. I know it's going to be a long road, but that's ultimately where I want to be at.
I told her one day I'd love to go, when I go to Sacramento, I'd love to hear, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot, Vanessa.
In 2015, it's super important that millennial women are extremely confident in anything that they do. Whenever you feel like you're facing a problem or a struggle, just remember that the aircraft always takes off into the wind.